Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures we use during our proceedings. When your hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come up to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. We will then ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal to address any concerns raised by interested parties. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given an opportunity to be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes, we have one postponement, hearing number 8, appeal number 23-202, Gail and Lennon Marquez. And we also have one withdrawn. Marquez, the address is 47 Pewter Lane, Hicksville. And also withdrawn is hearing number 12, appeal 23-209, Shazi Barakatil at 106 Winter Lane, Hicksville.
Has anybody here appeared for either one of those cases? Let the record reflect no one appeared, and let's call the first case.
First case is recall 1, appeal 22-136, Michael Ponticello at 22 South Larissa Street, Bethpage.
Yes, I do. Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Michael Ponticello of 22 South Larissa Street, Bethpage, New York. We're requesting to amend the specific plan as presented for appeal under number 22-136, dated April 7th, 2022. During construction, we moved the front wall of the addition out 3 foot 10 inches in order to create additional space in the mudroom to accommodate the door swing. Please note there were no changes to the previously approved setbacks or building coverages. Everything was within or under the roofed over area. Photos of the property have been submitted to the board, and that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified of this application.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 1, Garrett Keenan at 181 Baltimore Avenue, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Joseph Camerata, 476 Coolidge Street, West Hempstead, New York.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the board. Joseph Camerata, representing the owner, Garrett Keenan, and the architect of the property 181 Baltimore Avenue in Massapequa, Section 48, Block 121, Lot 1071, located in an R17 zone. The entire project scope includes maintaining a rear one-story addition, a new front porch, interior alterations to the first floor, and a new second floor. We're here seeking relief for providing insufficient front yard setback and rear yard setback, both in Chapter 246 on Table 5.3 of the Town Zoning Ordinance. As part of the permit process for the new work, it was discovered that the rear addition was done unlawfully. The owner, Garrett Keenan, his late father, who owned the house, had built the addition well over 30 years ago and never obtained the proper paperwork. Mr. Keenan inherited the house, which also came with the issue, which is an insufficient rear yard setback of 23.33 feet, where 25 feet is required at the minimum. With his growing family, Mr. Keaton is also proposing a full renovation of the existing house and a new second floor with a front covered porch. The existing foundation of the original house actually sits at 25.38 feet from the front property line, but a proposed front cantilever above the first floor is proposed at 23.37 feet, where the required average is 25.08 feet. The front cantilever is structurally supporting the curb appeal of the design and allows the Keenan family to maximize the potential and the use of their family heirloom.
Your family what, I'm sorry, couldn't hear.
Their family heirloom.
Oh, okay.
All parties that I represent truly feel that the requests are in line with the character of the neighborhood and do not negatively impact the existing conditions of the area.
Did the front yard and rear yard exist that way prior to?
The rear yard was in compliant when the house was built. The rear addition is what violates.
Right.
The front yard existing for the house is actually compliant. It's the second floor cantilever that we're here before
Okay.
the front yard.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Next is hearing number 2, Appeal 23-208, Philip and Betsy Healy at 44 Biltmore Boulevard, Massapequa.
Office tell the truth during these proceedings. Name and address, please.
My name is Tina Weber from Bowler Fluger Architects. Our office is located at 85 East Main Street, Bay Shore, New York, 11706. Oh, yeah, I'm so short. Can you hear me now?
Got it? Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, so good evening,
evening.
Chairman and members of the board. I'm here on behalf of the homeowners of 44 Biltmore Boulevard in Massapequa, Mr. and Mrs. Healy. We are here today requesting the following variances to allow existing 6-foot-high wood fence exceeding the maximum height across the side and front yard of the side of Morton Avenue. The proposed cantilevered second-story addition having a side yard setback of 21.1 feet instead of the minimum required 25 feet. The existing wood decks having a side yard setbacks of 7 feet and 2.9 instead of the minimum required 8 feet. Encroachment of eaves and gutters, and the amendment of the specific plan on decision 94-330. The property is located in R17 zoning district. The property is a corner lot, which inherently creates some difficulty in having a proper backyard and the dwelling being close to the property line. So the existing decks, the heights for that is one of them is 18 inches and the other is 32 inches above grade. In regards to the second-story addition, we are actually set back a little bit further than the existing house, and the granted setbacks on decision 94-330 were granted actually from the addition 17.5 feet, to the dwelling itself 16.5 feet, and then from the bay window 15 feet, and that was granted then. We also received a letter from one of the neighbors stating that they have no objections to any of the requested variances. Would you like me to read that?
I would like you to read that.
Okay. So this is from Catherine and John Greffe of 47 Biltmore Boulevard in Massapequa, New York. To whom it may concern, I have received a variance notice for the address listed above, and both my wife and I would like to go on record saying we have no objections to the variance. In closing, we believe that the variances requested will not have a negative impact and aligns with the character of the neighborhood, and I will take questions from the board.
Take a look at this, Lo. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 3, Appeal 23-221, Terry Mitchell, 16 Barberry Court, Massapequa.
Yes.
Probably tell us what your proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Angel Mitchell, 16 Barbary Court, Massapequa. That's my husband, Terry Mitchell, there. We are requesting a variance for setbacks for some pool equipment, our diving board, the heater, and the filter. All of that equipment is in the back corner of our yard, which faces the back corner of neighbors. There are sheds there. There's lots of greenery, so it doesn't impact anybody from what we can see. Neighbors haven't complained, the equipment's been there. So we are requesting a variance for setbacks. We have
How long has
6
it been
feet
there?
instead of 10.
How long has it been there?
The heater is brand new, so that was a year, since last summer.
Did it run
So
last
we've gone
summer?
through the whole season.
ran?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
I have pictures, I don't know if you want to see any, if you
I
need
can
pictures.
see by the plot plan here that there is some screening there. Okay.
It's also the shed. Our shed is, I think, 2 feet instead of 3 feet. It butts up against our neighbor's shed. And again, there's no sitting area there, there's no barbecuing space there in the corner where everything is. It's really unused space for us, unused space for the neighbors.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 23-222, Maria Winnett at 351 Linden Street, Massapequa.
Council President, during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
John Tufel, a professional engineer, 707 Route 110, Farmingdale. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing Maria Winnett of 351 Linden Street, Massapequa, who's seeking to maintain an existing front porch 2 foot 1 inches above the grade, an existing pool heater, gazebo, and propane barbecue. The zone is R17, where the front yard setback required is 27.84 feet, and we're requesting 22.8 feet, which is a 5.04 feet of relief, which is the same as it was when Ms. Winnett bought the house 30 years ago. It's of a modern split stone construction. It has a nice black metal railing across the front. As I'm sure the board is aware, regarding the backyard structures, during the pandemic in 2020, there was a lot of surge in homeowners doing home improvements around their yard, vacation at home to avoid, infection from COVID. So that's when the gazebo and the pool heater were installed during that period. We regret it. It's not an excuse, but that's just the timing. We're requesting a 48-foot front yard setback to the pool heater where 50 feet is required, a 2.9-foot east yard setback where 3 feet is required to the gazebo and propane barbecue, a 14.1-foot height for the gazebo where 12 feet is permitted, and a building coverage with the gazebo of 25.34%, where 25% is required by ordinance. The property and these structures are all in excellent condition. Again, we regret that these were built without a permit and request the board's relief to maintain these. Thank you. That completes our presentation.
The neighbor most affected by this, do you have a consent from them?
No.
It seems like everything in that yard is over to the one side. And the height of the gazebo, I'm assuming that it cannot be seen from the road? Did you see it, Lou?
No, you can see it from the road.
Can?
But even if it met the 12-foot code, you would still see some of it.
Excuse me. No consent from any of the neighbors?
Not that I'm aware of, no. But no complaints either. I mean,
Okay, well, that's good. Any complaints from the neighbors? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
that. This is from Kathy.
Thank you. I just want to apologize if you hear me coughing tonight. My allergies are killing me, so excuse me. Ugh. Thank you. Yeah.
Next is hearing 5, Appeal 23-206, Adam Walsh at 589 North Syracuse Avenue, North Massapequa.
Thank you.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, representing Mr. and Mrs. Walsh of 589 Syracuse Avenue in Massapequa. Passed up some consent letters for the board and photos. Mr. and Mrs. Walsh are seeking a variance to maintain a side roof-over platform having less side yard setback and aggregate setback, and to maintain a rear roofed-over exceeding the rear lot coverage, and to maintain a driveway having less than the required side yard setback.
Thank you.
The side roof-over platform is a covering over the existing stoop. It was here when the homeowners bought the house. It's open, it's not enclosed. The driveway is maintaining a 2.3-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required. The homeowners are seeking a permit for an outdoor patio in the rear. It will have the required height, not needing a variance for it. It does have the required rear and side yard setbacks. It's only exceeding the lot coverage, maintaining 30.58%, where 30% is the maximum, a minor variance in nature. There are shrubs and a fence in the rear of the property. We do have consent letters from the abutting neighbor at 595 Syracuse Avenue, 26 Midlawn Drive, and the neighbor directly in the rear at 7 Lee Court. I personally spoke to the other abutting neighbor at 585 Syracuse Avenue, and she had no objections. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and as the photos show, the house is in excellent condition.
Okay, that's what those posts are in the backyard? The
Yes.
pictures? Okay.
There's a roof that goes on top of that,
Yes.
Yeah, they're waiting for a permit.
and it's already, okay, perfect. I was there today, and it looks, fine. The
Good.
driveway is widened, but everybody else is too.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office. Thank you.
Next is hearing 6, Appeal 23-205, David Candela at 85 South Zoran Drive, Farmingdale.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Gregory Mindel, 531 Lime Rock Road, Lakeville, Connecticut, 06039. Appearing for the owner, David Candela, 85 South Zoran Drive, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening.
Good evening.
We're here this evening requesting permission to erect a 6-foot-high PVC fence exceeding the maximum height across the front yard and side front yard within 30 feet of the intersection. The corner house was purchased by the owner approximately a year ago. He has a daughter living in the home on a first-floor bedroom where this proposed fence is located in that yard. I'll submit to the board 2 photographs. I have one for each board member. You can see the subject property is clearly marked number 85 on the roof. Additionally, the second panel photograph has highlighted in 3 locations the proposed fence location. I actually went to the property and marked it out with flags. The first 2 flags that you see parallel with the sidewalk are a 0 setback. So what we have before you this evening is not a 0 setback fence. We've set the fence in 5 feet from that 0 setback. So you can see there's approximately 2.5 to 3 feet from the sidewalk to the property line in that front yard. Additionally, as you can see, the red circle that the flag is circled by the white picket fence, which is the neighbor's picket fence. The fence in that location is angled at a 45-degree angle to provide a line of sight for the neighbor's driveway, although the neighbor does have a white picket fence there blocking their own line of sight. If you look at the...
Short picket fence, though.
It's a 4-foot-high picket fence, yes. And it's open, you can see through it.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do is not bring you a zero setback fence where it blocks the line of sight. We're trying to provide a good, clear line of sight down the driveway, and I think that the second photograph clearly illustrates that. There is a parking issue in the neighborhood. One of the neighbors has commercial vehicles. Many times they're parked in front of my client's house. The daughter wants to have a little more safety, a little bit more privacy to her bedroom, which is adjacent to this fenced-in area. The property is maintained in excellent condition, and this is one of those rare proposed fences.
We like that.
Additionally, I've submitted to the board 3 consents. One is from the neighbor with the driveway adjacent, one is the other abutting neighbor, and one is a neighbor located directly across the street from this proposed fence.
Okay. Thank you.
That is our case.
I was there today, and it's a very tight corner. It's normally, we've done 3 other houses that have come before us. It's just that corner house, poor corner house gets that curve. There's not much, and you're right, there's trucks on either side. The schematic of the fence that you're asking for is angled, which is a great thing. However, my question to you is, how far back will the fence be kicked back from the sidewalk?
The first row of flags is approximately 3 feet from the sidewalk, and then the fence is an additional 5 feet.
And the fence will start here with the circles on it?
The red circled flags, I'm sorry, the other flags didn't show up as well in the photograph.
That's very
Oh,
far
that's
back,
excellent.
and
That
angled.
was- Okay, thank you. I was like, well, and so when you
So it's
put
gonna be
that
angled
solid
too.
fence, the 6-foot fence, that's one section? That-
It's one section, 8 foot, angled at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
It's really just a privacy fence.
Yes.
It is because, yeah, this
I
is.
could
the-
see it if you're in a first
Yeah,
floor
Right,
bedroom.
there is, no.
Yeah.
it's-
Other towns require this when adjacent to a driveway. Oyster Bay doesn't have that requirement written into the zoning, but as a matter of procedure,
It
I
will
always...
next week.
But as a matter of procedure, whenever I bring a fence before this board, I always try to set the fence in 5 feet from the sidewalk.
And we appreciate
I try to
that.
picture it as if I would live next to it.
Right.
Correct.
Thank you.
And so this would be, I'm showing you because you can, that's my
Yes.
question. This would be the solid fence, which
Yes.
would be an 8-section foot.
The first circle to the second circle is the angled area. It's a little hard to see with the angle of the photo,
That's
but
what I'm asking.
Yes.
I went back twice just to make sure. And of course, there's 2 little ones next door.
yes.
Yes, lots of cars, and that was my main concern. So this fence is coming down, the picket fence?
That is not our fence.
Okay. Okay.
So that fence is going to run alongside that smaller fence?
Our fence is going to be on our property as required.
Along that side?
Yes,
On their side.
just for a portion of it. The rest of that is,
And then it's going to run across, just so I understand, it's going to run across that grass? No.
Yeah.
Yes, the
is,
side,
right?
To
yeah.
take down the shrubbery,
Because
right? And
there's-
then
Yeah.
it's gonna be like,
So that's Serene Drive West, correct? That side? That
Yes.
picture?
It is, correct.
And then that fence goes how far along down to Serene Drive South?
if you look at the neighbor's fence comes out approximately 24 feet. Those are 3 8-foot sections of picket fence. Our fence will 45 halfway through the second section of 8-foot fence.
I'm not concerned
I
about
think
the
he's asking
driveway
about
so
the other
much.
side.
I'm not concerned about the driveway so much unless I'm missing something.
The corner.
With the corner is what I'm.
Oh, the corner.
Goes to the
Right.
side.
So
Yeah.
how far into the corner, how far into?
We're coming off of the front corner of the house,
Okay, that's what I'm.
20 feet, not 25, which would make us a 0 setback. And that's on the site plan.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Much
speaking
better.
about.
I know, yes.
And you had the letters of consent from the.
The abutting neighbors, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, please.
Do you want to see Kathy's picture?
Raise your right hand.
No, I can't.
Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Elizabeth Sinclair. I live across the street, a little just over to the, more to the east, on South Zoran.
Can you give us your address, please?
86 South Zoran. I took some pictures of our driveway, and, sorry, I'm like nervous, of our driveway, like as we look at the house across the street, and it's a very, very crowded street, and there's always cars, and the cars are always whipping around the curve, because since it's not a corner, people don't stop to look left or right before they turn, they just whip around, and it's a curve, so they just whoosh. And it's dangerous for us to even come out of our driveway. So as we're trying to look through the parked cars, to have a fence also put up there would be impossible to see anybody coming around. It's also a very busy road for pedestrians and bicycle riders, because since it's West Oran, it's west, south, east, north. It's like a track. And people like run it and walk it and bicycle it frequently, and I feel like it's dangerous to everyone, as well as really dangerous for us as we try to leave our property.
So you're directly, not the front of the house, but the side of the house?
Yeah, there's a picture that we're just literally, we're like across from their driveway. Like, the house that has the
That's their
picket
house.
fence, that's open. It's an open picket fence.
Right.
That's just to the right of us. But they're like across from us. We're just over a little bit. You could see, because I took a picture from the driveway to try to show you, like, my
Are there always a
vision.
lot of cars like that on the street?
Always. That's the problem, and what's really frightening is when you come around the curve, you have to be able to see, because a lot of times, it's just a one-way. You have to yield if someone's coming. You know what I mean? So a fence would also block us seeing someone coming around. It's very, very, I don't even know how the buses get around there. I mean, it's really, really.
What'd you think?
I mean, I feel sorry, I feel bad for the people across the street. I understand they want the fence, but I think it's dangerous. If they put a fence on the other side, like next to Felix where the fork, the picket fence is, to give privacy for them, but that's sometimes, I'm so nervous, sometimes, the concession you make when you buy a corner property as far as the amount of land or yard you have, I really just think it's dangerous.
This photo that we received tonight, I don't know if you've seen this, and the expediter has circled where the fence, what it would actually look like. It may give you a better perspective. You can take mine if you want to.
Right.
Just, I don't know, it's.
I'd like him to show her just where the fence is going. It might help. I'm not trying to.
These two flags are a zero setback.
Mm-hmm.
These are set in 5 feet, so this is actually 8 feet in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an angle to provide line of sight.
One of those cars is illegally
Right.
parked. I mean, it's right on.
Okay, we live.
Can't park that close to a corner.
So when the cars whip around the corner, come around the corner, we wouldn't see them. I mean, it helps them next door maybe with the children. That's the thing, we have a lot of kids in the neighborhood.
It's a see-through fence, so that should make life.
No, that's not going to be a
It's a
see-through
solid
fence.
6-foot fence.
Yeah.
They're proposing a solid fence. The fence that exists is a picket, no. That's the neighbor's fence.
So you're in the corner of South Saran, essentially?
I am across from them a little east. So I am one house from the curve.
So you're facing, like, the intersection. You're facing the,
There is no intersection.
There
That's
is-
all- I'm facing their house. Can you show that picture? I'm facing
No,
like
we
their
only have one
driveway.
set
I'm
of
sorry, I
pictures.
only made one copy. I didn't know what I was doing.
Everybody had them. Okay, so this is her house, and this is the house we're
Right.
talking about.
I even put an arrow like where our house is.
I was
Because the
there,
thing's gonna come out to like here,
yeah.
right?
it's
I mean,
funny,
this car is not even parked legally. I don't know.
there's trucks all over the place. Here, let's see. So this is the side. This is the driveway. The fence where he's proposing
Goes along to the front.
is this, which is definitely
Which goes
kicked
all the way
back.
to here, right?
It just goes to
All
the
way
front of the house. Right, so it's not the front yard, it's, and the same fence would be on the other side.
All right. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Kathy?
No, I wanted to make sure that you saw.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So from what I saw today, and I went back twice, that if that side section was here, it wasn't a site issue for her driveway. And then,
I know, but I'm on the other side. And I'm where they come where they come whipping around.
I don't think her issue is.
I mean, we actually have two driveways to keep our cars off the road, you know, just because it's so congested. We put a second driveway on our property, but it's still hard to.
She's concerned,
Sorry, Liz. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what I think the speaker is saying.
Are those cars normally parked on the corner?
There's always cars, yeah, and a lot of times on the corner, they pull, like, even like where the curve is, they're already right on top of the curve.
that's illegal,
They're not
by the
even.
way. You shouldn't be parked there.
Yes.
It's supposed to be 20 feet off a corner.
Isn't that what she said?
But it's kicked back all the way 5 feet, but it would be, this is the end of the house, this is where the fence would be, all this would be grass, that front lawn would still be
So
visible.
there's no fence going here?
Not to the sidewalk.
Okay.
And it goes to the side of the house. That's,
I just want to be able to see, like, when I back out of my car, that I can see the cars coming around the curve, so that, like, that's, well, that's just me, but also on top of that, it's just dangerous for everyone else, I think. If they don't see people walking or riding their bicycles
I
or
don't see how you can see with all
the
those
kids.
cars there. They're
it's
going to block that fence anyway.
Crazy.
the parked cars, that's.
I would see.
Sometimes, like in the morning, it's not as bad because people have already left for work. Those pictures I took were just last night, so people were home. But still, there were even more when I came home later on. There were even more cars on the street. But it's on the street. I mean, you can't control people parking on the street. The street's public. Yeah, you know, it's like you can't control who parks on the street. That's all there is
It's
to
not
it.
within our jurisdiction, but I would ask the town, why not pass a local ordinance that prohibits parking within 30 feet of that intersection?
It's
That's
not
really
an
dangerous.
intersection within the corner.
But that's a problem. It's a curve. That's the problem. That's the whole thing, because people don't stop. They just whip around. Like, people go, oh, well, you know what? So-and-so has a fence on this corner, and so-and-so has a fence on that corner. I go, but they're corners. People stop and look left and right before they turn. These guys, they just whip around. They don't look. They just go, you know? Okay.
All right,
I'm
as you can
done.
see, we
Thank
have
you.
some deliberating to do. You would like to
Yes.
speak, sir? Come on up. No, you have to come up. You have to come up,
Yes, of course.
and you have to be sworn in.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. You did a great job.
I come to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I
Name
do.
and address, please.
86 South Saran Drive. I'm John Sinclair. Okay. Okay.
This is the 0 setback, this is the 5-foot setback.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the angle doesn't interest me. That's good for them coming out of their driveway. But as my wife says, when you come out the driveway, we have SUVs too. We're up. We're not in a car. Neither one of us. We both have two SUVs. We could sometimes see above the cars, but having a fence there is going to block our view. And it, as she says, Ty, I don't want to keep going over the same stuff. But, yeah, I got no problem with the right side or anything, but that's a problem. And as, you know, if you really look at this picture, one house in that turn has no parking in front of it. The house next to it, you can't even put a car in front of that house. So it's a really congested area. As my wife said, we invested in a second driveway to keep our cars off the street. Our son has since moved out. But, you know, we had three cars off the street. So it's a issue there.
I see that.
But it's a nice fence that they're talking about, but I got a problem with the long one on the street side.
Okay,
Anywhere else is cool.
all right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
Mr. Mindell?
Would you be able to angle that side of the street as well?
I could 45-degree that corner of the 20 feet coming out, yes.
Especially from where they are.
Yes.
It would give them more of a line of
We
sight.
could do that, yes. Unfortunately, as I said, this is a safety issue, this is a privacy issue for my client. The parking issue is major in this neighborhood, but it's exacerbated by the neighbor having a commercial business, having commercial vehicles on the property. In fact, you can actually see a dump truck in the driveway in this aerial photograph. And my client is maybe aware that there's people sitting on the truck tailgate, having coffee right outside their daughter's bedroom window.
You saw that, Kathy?
They were there. So I've been to this house multiple times. I've done much work on Zerane Drive.
We can send code compliance out there. I mean,
I
this
have their
is-
number on
This is a
speed dial.
public hearing, it's being live streamed, everybody's hearing it, so if there's a business being run illegally, it needs to be investigated.
Again, this is a safety, a privacy issue for them. We do not wish to block the line of sight, and that's why we brought the case before you,
So-
setback.
If, as Mr. Monteleone suggested, if maybe
Absolutely.
that would help.
Yes.
All right, we'll discuss it, and anybody else want to be heard on this?
I just want to comment on it.
No, you can't comment. You can't. You had your chance, and you can't speak from the audience, so I'm sorry. No. We're done. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Next is hearing 7, Appeal 23-223, John Coronius at 20 Manor Drive, Bethpage.
Shall we begin proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Dennis Cook, 8801 Shore Road, Apartment 6HS, Brooklyn, New York, 11209.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. I am here for several variances pertaining to our clients, sorry if I mispronounced the name, Coronos. First and foremost, they are going for a parent-child use. And we have both the parents, and we have them all here tonight. As you know, things are expensive and things are hard, so that's why they're going for the parent-child use. Okay, so let's start with the parking then. They have 2 of the 3 required spaces. It's really not feasible to put in a 3rd space because, first of all, if you did that, most of the front yard would be paved, and also there is a decent slope going to the right side, and you would require probably like a 3 or 4 foot high retaining wall if you were to actually add a 3rd space. Second is the pool deck that's around the pool. As you can see by the survey, this is not your traditional rectangular lot. It's a bit of an odd shape. Also, to the rear of the property is a property owned by the water department. So there is no residences in the back. It's just a large grass area with a water tower. And then there's also the shed. And the shed you could also see because of the angle of the lot. The one corner is closer than the other. The height of the shed is also a little higher. It's 1.33 feet higher than allowed. The shed, I believe, was a hand-built shed, right? So, sometimes when homeowners build things, it's hard to, keep 10 feet, you get a little carried away, you make it a little higher than.
We do?
It's hand-built, so, they didn't buy it at Home Depot. Also, let me just go through everything. Yes, and the same thing. The other thing was with the setback of the shed, as you can see, because the lot is not a traditional rectangular lot. It's more of a parallelogram type shape. One of the corners of the shed doesn't meet the 3-foot setback on the side.
Okay.
Any questions?
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard? Oh, I do have a question. How many
Yes.
adult occupants are in the house?
There's going to be 4.
Does that mean 4 cars?
Yeah,
I have 5 listed on the DECs.
we have 5.
You have DRC. I have the grandmother also.
Is the grandmother also? The grandmother's also living
My
there?
grandmother, she's bedridden. She's with my mother, I have my sisters now.
Okay,
Yeah, she's home hospital.
okay, she's not there.
And for Stephen, I need a driver's license. I only had a temporary. I can't take the copy tonight. If you could just get it to the office to me, please. Thank you very much.
Also, we do have a letter with both neighbors on both sides and neighbors across the street saying that they support the case.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Let me just write this down. Sorry. Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Next is hearing 9, Appeal 23-203, Michael Azu at 22 Gardner Avenue, Hicksville.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address?
My name is Michael Azu, 22 Gardner Avenue, Hicksville. I'm representing my wife Jean and me. Regarding variances on my house, I'm trying to rebuild after a horrific fire. Day after Thanksgiving, where we pretty much lost everything. Sorry, including my
Sorry, I
including
saw
my
your house
animals
today.
and my dog.
Oh,
I've spent 45 years in Hicksville Fire Department, and to have to come home to get a call that my own house is on fire, watching my own guys put my own house on fire, is just horrific. And we're just requesting, approval of variances of the backyard, existing pool, existing shed, cantilevered half a dormer, front and back, and that's basically it. I also have a letter that was signed by my neighbors, Madam Chairman.
I was on the block today. The house directly across the street from the property has already been sort of expanded with some cantilever, so it's going to fit right in, and we're going to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, I
yes,
appreciate that very much.
Sorry for your trouble. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Hearing number 10, Appeal 23-204, Bilal Marafi at 5 Brook Street, Hicksville.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Address, please.
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight representing the Marafi family. We seek 2 variances before you and to amend specific plan variance 12-306 dated 8/12/2012. Nothing's changed on that specific plan variance. It was for a shed. It was granted. First request is to permit a proposed front 2-story addition to be 2.01 feet less than the average front yard setback of 25.04, asking for 23.04. Our second and last request is to allow only 132.46 square feet over the allowable gross floor area of 3,296.6, and we're asking for 3,429.06. It's a very common addition in this area. It's a Hicksville split. We're squaring off the front, going straight up. You see them all over the place, and that's it. Any questions?
Pretty de
That block
minimis.
as well, and that's been done by
Everybody.
at least half the houses on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Michael Scaluso, 94 10th Street, Hicksville.
Can you promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do. All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Um,
Name and address again?
Michael Scaluso, 94 10th Street, Hicksville. Okay. Regarding the general area, which is Brook Street and 10th Street, there are 35 homes there. Of the 35, I think 32 are splits that were constructed mid-1950s, and 3 other small small ranch homes. They're all of the same character, standard split-level design. Every split is almost identical, consistent architecture and setbacks. Neighborhood has a very nice, quiet character. One of the reasons why myself and my wife moved there back in 1988. The proposed changes, you know, as I've seen them, going to change the character of this house. It's going to stand out of all the 35 homes in the
Sue?
area.
Can I see the plans?
The elevations, I was just going to ask the same thing.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at it.
All right. I mean, between the elevation and the setback.
Have you
already
looked-
seen an elevation? I'm sorry.
We're on the
Madam
same
Chairwoman,
page. I was going to, no,
apologize.
it's okay. I was going to ask the same question. Go ahead.
I've seen different modifications, but none in this area of the 35 homes. Again, if you look at Brooks and 10th Street, the whole,
What I'm asking is, have you seen the specific elevation plans of this?
I've seen the plan, yes, no, I have the plans,
You
yes.
came up to the office to look at it?
Yeah, I have a copy of the plans.
And so to be clear, you dislike how it looks, or you're not dislike, you feel it is out of character for the neighborhood?
I feel it's out of character for the neighborhood, that is correct.
I was on the street today, so let me take a look and see. I
Okay.
did see what looked to me, and I'm from a neighborhood of splits. I grew up
Okay.
in one, and I lived in one for
Right.
most of my married life. And I've seen on your block, a lot of them that have dormers and second-story additions, but maybe not what is planned.
All right, but not on the, when you say in my block, again, if you look from Fifth Avenue, the immediate area of the 35 homes, you're not seeing that.
Is it the windows, I mean, it still looks like a split to me.
Well, you're increasing the area on the ground floor, right, by reducing the setback from the street, and then there's a level that's going above that, over both the change setback and the current, I'll say the current living room, because the house is currently it's similar to mine, it's probably exactly the same as mine. So it's two things, I mean, you're going up in height, but you're also, between the going up in height is also moving closer to the street. And there are no other houses in that immediate area.
The average setback is 25.5. He's asking for 2 feet closer to the street. I mean,
Well, it's
2
2,
feet, it's not 10 feet.
yeah, it's 2 feet then with the curb, so, not with the curb, with the stoop. That's only 2 feet closer to the street. That's not how,
Variance. So if he wasn't looking for those 2 feet, he wouldn't have to come in at all.
okay.
And he does meet the height, which we are very strict about in this
I'm
town.
only sharing that by saying to you that
Yeah.
even if we denied it tonight, the architects could, within his rights, build this a little bit differently, and it would still look very similar.
Okay.
So that you have just for a frame of reference.
Okay.
We're very sensitive to neighborhood character, and I
And
don't
yes.
want you to, I do not want you to feel that what you're saying is falling on deaf ears.
Right.
I just want you to be aware that there's also an as-of-right use for the property.
Okay, because I'm just looking on the plans, it says proposed portico on new platform with steps to grade. So you're saying that's only 2 feet additional
Right.
out from there? Okay, but it's also up another story.
But again, he's not asking for a height variance.
He doesn't need a variance for that.
If he were asking for height, he wouldn't get it, number one. He's not asking for it because he complies with what the town allows. So he wouldn't have to be here, and he could still build that,
So he could still build up,
yes.
all right, but he can't build up and out.
He's asking for 2 feet in the front, and he's asking for really only approximately 300 extra square feet in gross floor area, living area.
Right, it's almost like a porch. If it was ground floor, it'd be like a porch in the front, except that it's also going up to a second story.
Right.
Okay, well, that's part of my objection.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, that, and, also, the increased traffic then parking that it's bringing, there's already 2 cars in the driveway, 2 cars in the street right in front of the house, right up to the driveway next door to them.
We can get a little bit more information.
Yeah,
on that.
and I also have concerns, okay, I don't know how many people are there now in the house. Obviously, if you're building up like that, there are going to be more. I have concerns whether
I'm gonna ask
it's a
you to
legal
contact
setup.
that in a
Yeah, I have a number of concerns there, so,
If you have more concerns, you should tell us all now, because when he gets back up, we're going to be done listening to, we're not going to keep.
Right, I
going.
understand. All right, basically it's how many people are in the house. Has an inspection ever been done? Is it right now a two-family house that it's not
It is
zoned
not
as a two-family house?
It is not a
Okay.
two-family house because it doesn't have a second kitchen, which would make it a two-family house.
Right.
However,
All right,
I
but we-
certainly could never guarantee you how many people are going to live in that house because we really don't have control over it.
Okay.
We do have control over the use of the house, by which I mean they cannot just have two kitchens and two entrances
Correct.
and make it into a two-family house. We're going to inquire about that.
All right,
You're-
understood.
You're a newcomer to this room.
I am.
But if you were here quite a bit, you would know we're pretty good at ferreting out multifamily situations that are where they're not supposed to be.
Especially she.
Especially me.
Okay.
And especially in Hicksville.
Well, I had an illegal two-family next door to me for a number of years until the people moved out about 10 years ago. I never voiced a concern at the time. So that's, again, one of the reasons why I've got the concern now. But that's really it. I mean, it's just the character of the neighborhood is changing.
Okay,
Okay.
we understand, we hear you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask a few follow-up questions?
Not at all.
Can you see what he wants?
I have concerns.
I'm sorry.
One moment.
I didn't know you wanted to speak.
Yes.
Scott, would you mind, we're going to let this lady speak.
I don't want to, I know, I'm petite.
Just let's swear you in and we'll hear what you have to say.
Right here. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Absolutely.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Dorothy Hyde. I reside at 97 10th Street. I have been the homeowner at that since 1978. I strongly object to the appeal, number 23204, for the construction on 5 Brook Street, of which in 1954 it was Stanley Street. This block is shaped like a half circle. Years ago, it was part of the Giese Nursery, sold to a developer to build the Murray Manor single-family houses. A large portion of the Giese Nursery was to be left undeveloped for a wildlife park with a nature environment for a possible wildlife sanctuary. About 1996, the undeveloped portion of this property became Giese Park for baseball and soccer games. The half-circle block behind my backyard is made up of 9 single-family homes, constructed of red brick with attached garages. They are of split levels and ranches. It is illegal on this block to have basement apartments, and the attached garages are not to be converted into living spaces. I am opposed to allowing higher density housing in this residential block for many reasons. Number one, more people, there will be more cars, increasing the carbon footprint, threatening our environment, and this is a health issue. This has been researched and concluded by the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act passed in 2019. With more traffic and the noise coming from Giese Park, there is a potential to reduce the property value on my block. Number two, more people demand more public services, straining the police and emergency services. Number three, more school-aged children increase the cost of the Hicksville Public School. Already, the school tax have climbed to 2.49%. School taxes are more than 60% of our total homeowners' tax bill. The rise in homeowners' tax is decreasing the affordability of the homeowner, especially me, a senior retired with a limited income. Number four, with more people, there is a demand for more clean water in the infrastructure.
Because of the harmful chemicals found in our drinking water, New York State has developed new standards forcing the Hicksville Water Company to invest in the upgrade to improve water quality. Thus, our water bill has been increased. Number 5, this is my biggest concern, rats. In our block, it has been a huge pest problem. Since 2021, we have had a full-blown infestation. These Norway rats have dwelled burrows along my fence and flower bed. They have been thriving and taking advantage of the many food sources from the outside garbage cans, containers, pails, pet food bowls, and my neighbor's chicken feeds. These rats have been known to even cannibalize their own. They have dwelled burrows in the roots of the shrub, honeysuckle, and beneath the tall grass grown in my neighboring backyards. An inspector from the town of Oyster Bay did address some of these issues to fight the infestation. Still, this is a serious problem because rats will damage houses and other nearby structures. This is also a serious health risk because rats transmit diseases to humans, animals, and pets. Increasing the number of family people living on this block will increase the amount of garbage. Thus, the rats will continue to thrive. For the reasons and concerns that I have just verbalized, this is an absolute need to have a balance when allowing additional construction and housing projects to a house with the existing surrounding family homes. The construction appeal number 23204 is not in balance, nor does it fit within the homes on the block that I reside in.
Thank you. Your concerns are noted. As far as the rat problem goes, I would suggest you call the town of Oyster Bay. If your neighbor, let me finish. If
Okay.
your neighbor has chickens, it's illegal, not allowed to have them. That's number 1. As far as all the other concerns, we've taken them into consideration. We are aware of the changes that are happening in Hicksville. I personally feel that this is not a horrible application. You're talking about bringing in more people. This is a one-family house. They're not subdividing it, they're not making an apartment, it's a one-family house. So it's going to be a family in there. So I thank you for your concerns, and they are on the record.
May I
Of course.
speak to that? The town of Oyster Bay, the complaint was made, and he did come out, and unfortunately, he did get rid of the chickens and the feeds, but unfortunately, these rats multiply. One mother rat can have 100 babies. The problem is there. And what can we do?
I don't know, but that problem has nothing to do with Mr. Khan's application. Absolutely nothing. I can't. They won't do anything.
When I addressed this problem, and I did go to the Nassau County Health Department, they said it was the town of Oyster Bay.
Really?
Yes, it was, I mean, I've been going back and forth. If you sit in my backyard and you see the trail of rats.
I've had the similar problem in my own home when they did a development near me. They dug up a farm. I had rats all over the place. I had to deal with it myself. I didn't call anybody. I dealt with it myself.
Exterminated.
Yeah, you just put the rat traps down. I had the same thing during the pandemic. It was insane.
But obviously, there's a food source if the chickens are gone. It's the residents in the area who, when they put their garbage out, apparently not in containers that are not accessible to a rat. I mean,
But again, those concerns of rats and it's horrible, but it doesn't pertain to what we are discussing right now, which is this application for a very minimal extension to a house. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
have a raccoon problem, which they tell me is
Oh.
my problem.
It is.
They're amazing. You practically have to nail the cover of your garbage pail down so that they can't get it. That's, unfortunate.
I have a few additional questions for Mr. Khan, if you're finished.
Pardon?
I have a few additional questions for the
Oh, okay,
applicant based on what you both brought up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for coming
Thank you.
down here.
So I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Talk to me about how many bedrooms are in the house now, and how many bathrooms are in the house now, and how many there are going to be after the work is done.
There's 3 bedrooms now. It'll be 5 bedrooms. All we're building is a standard master bedroom on the second floor with 1 small additional bedroom. So it'll be a total of 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. There's no second kitchen. There's no illegal apartments. It's Billy, his wife, his 2 young children, and I think either Billy or his wife's mother lives with them too.
So
And
there are 3 bathrooms now, and you're not adding a bathroom?
we're adding 1 master bathroom upstairs, yes.
So there are listings online that show this house as having currently.
2. There's 2 bathrooms.
It's on Zillow listed with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. I know it's not listed right now, but this is the last listing that was up for the house at 5 Brook Street in Hicksville. And it is listed as a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home.
There's 1 room on the first level with the slab that could be considered a bedroom. Honestly, it's not a legal bedroom because the ceiling height's too low and it doesn't have an egress window.
Is there a 3-piece bathroom on that first floor?
No, not on that first floor.
Okay. And then, like a regular split, the second floor has the kitchen and dining area?
Yes.
No bathroom on the second floor?
No bathroom on that
The bane
level.
of my existence, living in a split.
Yep.
Always fighting for down.
I grew up in one too.
And then
Me
the
too.
next level, there's
A master bedroom, a master bathroom, an additional small bedroom, and, let me just make sure. So on the new part, master bedroom, master bathroom, an additional small bedroom and bathroom.
And in addition to the downstairs family room, is
Mhm.
there also a finished basement because like in my split, you come in the garage and you're in the family room and there's a bathroom, but there's also a little downstairs with an unfinished basement.
Yeah, I've been down there, there's a finished basement, but there's no bathroom or anything downstairs. It's just one big recreation room.
And you said no exit, there's no exit from the
No.
bathroom, from the basement?
No cellar entrance, not even an egress window.
Anyone else have questions?
No.
And one more thing I'd like to mention, the addition is actually in line with the existing front of the house, so we're actually not coming any further forward. The encroachment is only into the average setback. And if I were to take the deck off the house, we wouldn't even need a floor area ratio variance.
I mean, by the way, that deck is very far out of the back as well. It's really built out. I looked at the pictures, but you have the variance for it, so
Yeah,
there's nothing that we can.
that
you know,
was
that's
approved, right?
right
It's a very,
Here in 12.
it's a very simple application, as you know.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or concerns? Correspondence?
Nassau County Plan Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 11, Appeal 23-207, Jimmy Chantuck at 29 Sunset Avenue, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I have some photos for the board and consent letters I'd like to turn in. Mr. Chadnock is seeking a variance to maintain a front roof over and a carport not having the required side and aggregate setback, and to maintain 2 sheds, one not having the required side yard setback and the other not having the required rear and side yard setback. The existing front roof over does follow the existing non-conforming setback of the existing house. The carport's open, it's not enclosed. If this variance was granted, the homeowners will condition not to further enclose the carport. There is a fence and shrubs around the rear of the property. The neighbor closest to the carport has no windows on the first floor of their house, and that's where they park their car also, in their driveways there. We do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 50 Twin Lawns Avenue. These improvements have been here for many years, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Is there a gutter on the side of that carport? Because it looks like the water would go right down into the neighbor's driveway.
I don't know. If there isn't, I'll make sure they put one on, or that could be conditioned on the variance.
I didn't take notice of that.
I mean, it's so close.
I was there the other day, I didn't take notice.
Okay. It doesn't look like there is, but... How long's that been there?
20-plus years. The homeowner recently bought the house the last year and a half.
Okay.
That is a carport.
Carport.
Yeah.
I would have not allowed it to be further enclosed, a foot off the property line anyway.
What's, I couldn't see the shed from the street, but now that I'm looking at the picture that you provided, this looks a little, does not look in great repair.
Just got to paint it up and clean it up a little.
Dilapidated.
Yeah.
That was the word. And it's large, it almost looks like it's a safety issue.
Well, it does need a permit, so it has to pass inspection.
Yeah, it does need a permit. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Mr. Curcio? Would you like to identify yourself and who
I
you
guess
are?
so. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. Anthony Curcio, Deputy Town Attorney. I'm here representing the Department of Planning and Development. Just would like to submit a letter of opposition and ask that it be added to the record. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I supposed to read this into the record? Yes? I'm going to read this into the record because Mr. Schumacher has the right to hear it. This is from the Town of Oyster, this is to the Town of Oyster Bay Zoning Board of Appeals from the Office of the Town Attorney. Please be advised that this office is acting on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development in connection with the relief requested by the applicant from the Zoning Board of Appeals. As such, P&D opposes the relief requested from the ZBA in its entirety. As the board already knows, the New York State town law provides that the ZBA, in making its determination, shall take into consideration the benefit to the applicant as weighed against the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community by granting the area variance requested. It is P&D's position that the benefit to the applicant is significantly outweighed by the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community, and that granting the requested relief will result in the same. Further, this applicant has not met the criteria for the requested variance as set forth by New York State laws and the Town of Oyster Bay Code. In the event that the ZBA determines to grant relief requested by the applicant, this will set a dangerous precedent. Kindly supplement the official record with this opposition letter.
Can I just take a look at it?
You may.
Thanks.
There's been other variances similar to this that have been granted by this board, and I've done them. The homeowner to the left has signed a consent letter. It's been here, it is the character of the neighborhood because it's been here over 20-plus years.
I just wish, obviously, in the time I've been on the board, I haven't seen a letter from P&D come forward that I can recall, but I just wish I knew what the specific concern was with respect to the health, safety, and welfare, I think it could be the shed, which looks, I have the same concerns.
Yeah, it does look like it's about to collapse.
The carport doesn't look great either, but I don't know the integrity of the structure. I can only tell by looking at a picture.
But we have to imagine that if the planning department is giving us an indication that there's a problem, a safety problem, we have to take that very seriously.
I'd say.
Mr. Curcio, no? Would you be able to address that? Would you be able to address that?
The safety problem?
Yeah.
I'm not at liberty to address the safety problem.
All right, well, we'll take it into consideration when we do our deliberations. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
They all bring something to our attention.
Proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Your name and address.
Oran Ward, 27 Sunset Avenue.
I'm the neighbor who lives to the right of the house. Excuse me, this is my first time.
You're amongst
The,
neighbors and friends, you're good.
Okay. The carport is kind of unsightly, in my opinion. There's no more carports on our street. That's the only one. As far as the gutter, I don't believe there's a gutter. 2 years ago, when there was the bad snowstorm, the snow rose off of that carport into my driveway, as well as the water.
You're the neighbor?
Yes, I am. So
See, I was thinking about you.
I do oppose to the carport.
Okay.
I don't think it should be there. The shed in the backyard, it doesn't bother me because I can't see it because of my fence, but I can see that it is an old structure that doesn't look like it's sound, per se. It does look a bit old and disheveled. Again, I'm not opposed to the shed, it doesn't bother me, but it doesn't look like it's safe. I just wanted to put that on the record.
Okay.
We're appreciative. You added a little bit of
Yeah,
necessary
insight, yeah.
information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommend total determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Schumacher. You were so quiet.
I'm done.
I take all that off the record that I just said. Continue.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hollywood, ask for 1 minute, please.
Sure. Everybody wants to cough anyway.
Not everybody wants to talk.
Well, I do.
Some people are just sitting between two people who are.
So sorry. Oh, horrible.
Always good.
Okay. thank
Okay.
you. Okay, next is hearing 13, Appeal 23-210, Michael Stein at 62 Cedar Street in Hicksville.
House still keep doing the proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Kenneth Long, 870 Gina Court, North Belmore, New York, 11710.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm Kenneth Long, architect, here on behalf of Michael and Claudia Stein at 62 Cedar Street in Hicksville. My clients purchased the home back in 2017. The original owner was actually my client's grandmother, so it's been in the family since it was originally constructed. Currently, it's a cape with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, the first floor consisting of a living room, dining room, and a small kitchen extension, with 2 bedrooms on the first, and the second is 2 small bedrooms and a bathroom. We're proposing a full second-story addition and a partial 2-story rear addition on the home, a front portico and a rear raised wood deck. The home will, after post-construction, will actually be 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So we're condensing the home a little bit. The reason for the extra square footage is my clients currently have 1 child and expecting their second. So it's time to renovate the home and make it a little bit bigger spatially on the interior. The variances we're requesting are for side yard setback aggregate, building coverage, gross floor area, and encroachments of eaves and gutters. This property is located in R17 zoning district, but the lot is a non-conforming lot at 5,000 square feet, 50-foot frontage. So they get penalized because they are a smaller lot, as the entire neighborhood is essentially 50 by 100s with a few slightly larger lots mixed in here and there. With respect to the variances themselves, the minimum setback variance that we're requesting is actually an existing setback. We're maintaining a horizontal and vertical extension of that setback, not asking for any more or any less, and the aggregate as well fits into the same category. We're maintaining the same setback and setback aggregate. Again, vertical and horizontal extension. The house with its additions, other than the raised wood deck, is compliant other than that variance. So we're not requesting gross floor area for the main residence itself. We are asking for a rear raised wood deck. It's a second floor wood deck. It will provide some coverage on the first floor level for the homeowners so they can entertain in the backyard when they have family over. And the deck from the second floor is only accessible from the master bedroom and will have no stairs down to grade. So it's not going to be this, consistently used deck, if you know what I mean.
If we were to grant that, we would condition it that those stairs not be added at a later
Absolutely.
date.
Absolutely. The home, at the same time, the home is a little bit in disrepair because of its age. They're going to modernize the home and bring it up to the same character of the rest of the community. I have a general letter of support signed by majority of the neighbors, which I'd like to submit. The neighbor directly to the south, we did try to talk to. They rent the home and don't live in the home, so it's not owner occupied, so they were not willing to sign anything. The neighbor to the north, he's unfortunately never home. Apparently, he works from 5 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, so my client could not get in touch. And the neighbor directly to the rear is a wonderful 94-year-old woman who was happy when she got the certified letter that she was not being sued. So that's all she cared about. She was strongly in favor of it, but she did not sign, she unfortunately was not able to sign the letter.
And she would be the one most impacted? by the-
Most likely, yes,
deck?
because it's the deck, but she was very happy. She thought that she was going
Wasn't
to get
getting
sued for
sued.
something.
Oh, I could see that.
But she was happy as can be. We feel that the proposal is in character with the surrounding community. We're not asking for a home that's too big, and we hope that you'll consider the application.
Okay.
I was here as well. It's a lot of original capes on the block, but it is small, and I understand with a family that you would want it to be
I
a
saw it
little
as
bit
well.
bigger. It seems like an okay application. You have the green cards back from everybody, even the
We haven't
people
gotten any
that-
of them back yet.
But we have the stubs from the.
I submitted the,
Okay.
but we have not, I've even checked today, we have not gotten any of them back yet.
And we'll see if
Again,
anyone's-
the neighbor to the south is not owner occupied, it is a rental property, so they're probably just discarding it. The neighbor to the north, he's never home during the day, so
Right.
maybe he's not taking the opportunity. And the woman to the rear, she was not sure, because she thought she was being sued. I guess that's the reason why she didn't
I got
sign.
that. I'm thinking of the neighbor to the side. He's
The
not
sides,
home
yeah.
during the day. I just wanted to make sure that he at least was served.
Yeah, my client knocked on the door multiple times, and so we did serve the notice.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Mr. Curcio?
Anthony Curcio, Deputy Town Attorney. On behalf of the P&D Planning and Development, I'd like to submit a letter of opposition. And ask to be added into the record.
I'm going to read this into the record. This is addressed to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Please be advised that this office is acting on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development in connection with the relief requested by the applicant from the Zoning Board of Appeals. As such, P&D opposes the relief requested from the ZBA in its entirety. As the board already knows, New York State town law provides that the ZBA, in making its determination, shall take into consideration the benefit to the applicant as weighed against the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community by granting the area variance requested. It is P&D's position that the benefit to the applicant is significantly outweighed by the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community, and that granting the requested relief will result in same. Further, this applicant has not met the criteria for the requested variance as set forth by New York State laws and the Town of Oyster Bay Code. In the event that the ZBA determines to grant the relief requested by the applicant, this will set a dangerous precedent. Kindly supplement the official record with this opposition letter. Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application?
I don't quite understand that letter. I'm not stupid. I know an awful lot about zoning. I don't know what they're saying. What are they saying? With the detriment of... They gotta be a little more specific than that. Something's wrong here. First letter I fully understood. That's a safety.
It's the same letter.
This, I don't know
It's the
what
same letter.
the basis of the opposition is.
I
That's
don't
why-
disagree. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and I'm sorry, I did it again. This letter is just throwing me. Come on up here, sir, please. Do you want to address any of those concerns?
Yes, I would just like to reiterate that we're maintaining existing setbacks on the north side of the home. Based on lots of this size, I think that is a very common request when someone's putting on a second-story addition or a rear addition on their home. It is complex and not cost-effective to try to maintain those setbacks on such a small home. The deck, which is triggering our area variance and gross floor area variance, that's actually, without that deck, there's only the two other variances for the side yard setback and side yard setback aggregate. The deck itself is actually taking up 5% of the lot coverage. So we'd be well under lot coverage, we'd be under gross floor area without that. But because it's an open structure, it's limited in its use and capacity, it's not accessible from the ground level, and it's only used during certain times of the year when the weather is nice, we don't feel that there's going to be any significant impact to the community or the surrounding area.
Would you consider, if we were to grant this application, removing it from the application?
If it meant my clients can have a home with bedrooms for their children, I'm sure that they would be amicable to that, but they would respectfully
Well, we'll
request that you
discuss
consider
it. We will discuss it.
How many bedrooms are there now?
It's 4 bedrooms, but because of the way that the Cape is set up, they're small bedrooms and children are on separate floors from the parents,
Right.
and that's kind of a big portion of the concern. Because now that there's a second child coming into the picture, they want to have all the bedrooms on the same level.
Understood. All right. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing 14, Appeal 23-224, William Bowes at 14 Richard Lane, Syosset.
I do. Good evening. My name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing William Vos, owner of 14 Richard Lane, Syosset, New York, Section 15, Block 147, Lot 1. This property is in an R110 zone. So an application was filed for a proposed pool and 6-foot-high PVC fencing. The 6-foot PVC fence exceeds the maximum permitted height across the side front property line, Miller Boulevard. The 6-foot fence is proposed to run along Miller Boulevard and serve as the required pool enclosure and protection along the side street. The proposed fence will not impede any site issues for the neighbor to the east at 64 Miller Boulevard. Their driveway is approximately 15 feet away from the proposed fence. The proposed pool will not meet the required 10-foot rear yard setback. We're proposing a 7-foot rear yard setback. The proposed pool equipment will not meet the required 33.4-foot setback from the side front property line. We're proposing 30 feet setback. My client moved into the house in 2015. The pool is being installed for the enjoyment of my client's family and their children. We do not feel these requests are out of character for the neighborhood, and I have some consents.
The fence, now let me look at it. Andrew, did you happen to look at the fence?
Yeah, this looked fine.
It looks fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look at it. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Good evening.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
My name is Ihab Al-Abtah. I'm at 64 Miller Boulevard. We are the next door is that said property.
Can you spell your first and last?
My first name is Ihab, E-H-A-B. My last name is Al-Abtah, E-L-A-B-T-A-H. Okay, so this property, we purchased it for our kids, for future, to live in. Now, we just heard about that's the neighbor want to install a pool. This pool will be right into the bedrooms on that side. So there will be no privacy at all, looking from the windows of my master bedroom to see the
Would
pool.
there be more privacy if that pool were 10 feet away?
If the pool is in the back of the yard, yes, there would be no problem because it would be in the back of his yard. But the pool is going to be installed right next to my yard. Plus, the equipment is going to be right in my yard. So listen all night to this equipment running into my yard. That definitely is nothing to be agreed upon. And the fence, I understand the fence, but get it out of my driveway. I cannot see now the side street because the fence now is going to block my view coming out of the driveway from Richmond Road. It's a corner property.
Does your driveway abut that fence right next to it?
there is no fence right now, but my driveway, when I get off the driveway, look up to the right, look up to the left, now it's the corner. So if somebody is coming from the corners and the fence is down there, I cannot see anything coming out from the corner, from the driveway.
You're on Miller Boulevard?
We are on Miller Boulevard. We are the
Next
first
door.
property, yes, we have the next property on Miller Boulevard.
So will your driveway be next to the fence?
Yes, it's exactly. And I just want you to understand that this is a beautiful property. We purchased it in 2015. It's a really nice and quiet neighborhood. We don't want to introduce a pool into the neighborhood with, bars going on in the middle of the night for round pools and.
I'm just going to tell you, if I ask them to comply with the code, that pool can still go where it's going.
I understand.
I want you to understand.
I
because-
understand that, but it's just, I want you to understand too. I don't want to,
Yeah, it sounds like you don't want a pool, and what I'm saying is...
No. If the pool is in the backyard, I'm fine with that, but now the pool it's going to be built up on the side yard, which is, because the way they set the house will be in the side, so now my side yard, my side house will be seeing the pool, because we'll be right in.
Well, he's a corner house. Right.
May I provide a closer look at the part of the survey for the gentleman, just so
Yes.
We can discuss it. Wait, so it looks like his house is here.
Yeah,
You can show us.
so this is where the pool's gonna be going here. The pool equipment's here. We're requesting a variance for the setback to be from this street here. So that's the setback we're requesting. It's not gonna be really near your property at all. It's gonna be tucked away, basically in the corner of their
But-
house. So from a noise perspective, again, I'm not sure how loud.
It
the
will
pool
be
equipment is.
will be definitely, there is a noise.
You're-
I don't
you're
know if
gonna
there
be-
is a noise or not.
So
I'm
you're
not
gonna
aware.
be, the pool equipment would be at least 32 feet away from your property. Your house sits here, is that relatively accurate? It sits pretty much front, even with the front of this dwelling, with the dwelling in question?
Yeah, but hold on one second. Where is the pool? It's going to be installed?
So this is where the pool would be installed. So if this is your property here, I don't
Okay.
know how far back it extends from this survey here.
I
But
don't-
if this is where
I
your
don't know.
property, if your property is in line with the home.
I don't know if
for
it's in
this-
line or not. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Based on what I'm looking at here, it appears that you're pretty much in line here. This is going to be tucked in the back corner, so as far as having it, having privacy issues for your master bedroom or anything like that, unless your house extends all the way to the rear of your property, there wouldn't necessarily be a site issue because the pool is going to be tucked as far back in the corner as possible. That allows them yard for them to play, their children to play, and then there's gonna be a 6-foot PVC fence surrounding it to provide some additional privacy as well. I'm not sure if that is enough to calm your concerns, but I just wanted to make sure you were, had a little bit clearer of a picture.
Thank you
because
so much.
It seems as if,
Yes.
there was just some confusion there.
Thank you so much. We just want to follow the rules for the variance, whatever it need to be. So if the pool need to be installed, which, like you said, if he's followed the route, then,
Well,
I
he-
will not, let's put it this way, I will not be in a favor to change what the rule is.
Okay.
Whatever the rule is, to put the pool or to put the equipment, I'm not in favor. As far as the fence, everyone can put a fence, but as long as it doesn't block my view coming out of my driveway, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
If it line up with his property and then I'm having enough view coming out of the property, I have no issue with that. Again, I will not in favor to change whatever the rule is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down. Mr. Gartmayer, thank you for explaining that.
So as far as the site issues, of course, we don't want to, have any type of site issues or any worry. We felt that the neighbor's driveway was not abutting the fence that we're proposing. We would 100% be amenable to just moving that back, maybe an 8-foot section to provide some additional sight lines.
I would like that fence to be angled on that corner.
Angled on the corner? Okay.
Well, when you say 8 foot back, would you do 8 foot back the entire length of that Miller Boulevard side, instead of angling one section?
Whichever the board would prefer. we, you know, again, I feel like for the sightline issue, typically what I've noticed that the board typically would request is having it just pushed back one section of the fence. So I think that might potentially alleviate the issue a little bit more effectively than just angling it at a 45-degree angle.
I'll give it better sight line.
And you want it to go back 8 feet?
Yeah, one section.
Well, that, I don't know how,
So it would go like this, or just go straight across?
yeah, but that's not one section.
No, but I'm saying one section here, and then just straight across.
Oh, okay.
Right? You would remove a section,
Back up 8 feet, right?
you would just go 8 feet back, correct? Whatever the section size is?
Yeah,
Across
yes.
the whole Miller Boulevard?
Yeah, correct. So instead of being directly up against Miller Boulevard, it would be back 8 feet
Yeah,
from.
that's good.
Correct, yes.
So we'd have a better sight
8
line.
feet is typically the section, the size of the sections for PVC fence. That's why I went to 8 feet.
Okay.
And then as far as the concerns about, again, the actual pool heater and the pool equipment and everything like that, it's going to be, you know, at least 32 feet away from the property line, and then there is a setback. I don't have the setback on this survey here because this is a survey of our, you know, my client's property. But it's going to be, you know, I would have to imagine at least 40-ish feet away from the neighboring property, so I don't think there will really be any type of noise issue with that. And again, unless the neighboring dwelling has extensive rear additions that are impeding on, or have had previous variances to allow rear yard setback, that is not, you know, that is less than required, I don't really see how there would be any site issue or privacy issue from like a master bedroom or anything like that with where the pool is currently located. In addition to that, the 6-foot PVC fence going around, serving as one, the pool barrier, but also providing, you know, it's a solid fence, will provide some, I imagine, much needed privacy to, you know, between the neighboring properties.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, thank you very much.
Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you very much, have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 15, Appeal 23-201, Jennifer Kenny at 14 Cherry Street, Glen Head.
Yes. Brian Fiore, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, New York. Architect appearing on behalf of Jennifer Kenny of 14 Cherry Street. We're maintaining a rear one-story addition that exceeds the maximum building coverage of 25%. We're maintaining 31.06%. This was a 6-foot rear addition to the house. Currently, the house without the rear addition would be 29.21%, so the house is already over lot coverage. It's an older house in Glen Head, it's common, it's a very small lot, which is also common for Glen Head.
Yep.
It's a 50 by 100 lot with a detached garage, so usually that's your lot coverage right there. It's a small addition, 144 square feet, and they enlarged their kitchen. It is a code compliance case, because this was done during the COVID lockdowns recently. They built this in about, 2020.
Couldn't stand each other's company, right?
So
No, it's because they didn't close down the Home Depots. Everybody
they
went
must
to
have
Home Depot.
figured, and they must have got a good deal on the construction or something, but they did build it, in 2020.
Well, you're not the first one to come in and say that.
Right, you can imagine.
All right, I was out there, I couldn't see, I wouldn't go in the backyard, I couldn't see it, but it
Yeah.
is a small lot.
It's a
So-
small lot, this house still fits the characteristics of the neighborhood.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't impact any of the neighbors detrimentally, and the house is well-maintained and fits the characteristics of the neighborhood.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Please come up.
Anthony Curcio, Deputy Town Attorney, representing P&D. Want to submit a letter of opposition and ask that it be put into the record.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't caught on by now, you'll see a pattern with these letters.
Another letter?
Yes.
Is it the same letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Content-wise.
It doesn't tell us why.
Not your fault. You're doing that to
I'm going to read it into the record because we're going to make it part of the record.
This is to the Zoning Board of Appeals from the Office of the Town Attorney. On behalf of Planning and Development, please be advised that this office is acting on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development in connection with the relief requested by the applicant from the Zoning Board of Appeals. As such, P&D opposes the relief requested from the ZBA in its entirety. As the board already knows, New York State town law provides that the ZBA, in making its determination, shall take into consideration the benefit to the applicant as weighed against the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community by granting the area variance requested. It is P&D's position that the benefit to the applicant is significantly outweighed by the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community, and that granting the requested relief will result in same. Further, this applicant has not met the criteria for the requested variances as set forth by New York State laws and the Town of Oyster Bay Code. In the event that the ZBA determines to grant the relief requested by the applicant, this will set a dangerous precedent. Kindly supplement the official record with this opposition letter.
Counselor, you get the message from me. In the event they continue to do this, I'm going to bring my own lawsuit.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's familiar with the statute. Zoning Board of Appeals we are an autonomous body. And this is just an attempt to try to influence decisions that we're going to make. And that is totally inappropriate, unacceptable, and in my opinion, it may be illegal.
We're only doing what we're entitled to do. We're, like you said, we're an autonomous body from the Zoning Board of Appeals, so we have every right to reserve our rights and put something on the record.
Yes. If it involves the health, safety, and welfare of an individual, I'd like to know exactly what that is. But this is just legalese language. It's boilerplate legal language. It doesn't point to anything. What is it that they're objecting to? I could understand the first letter, and I agreed with it. That could be a dangerous situation. But anything they're citing here does not appear to be that.
All the letters are identical so far, so.
Let me tell you something. I was a councilman for 4 years. I was a town attorney.
I'm well aware.
Supervisor, pardon me, for 6 years. I was a New York State Assemblyman for 17 years. In all my years, I have never heard of anything like this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to seek an opinion from the New York State Attorney General. Because I don't believe this is legal. I think it's a terrible precedent to set. And frankly, as long as I'm here, I'm going to oppose it. They can do whatever they choose to do to me or argue with me. Whatever they want to do is fine with me. But I feel very strongly about this. I'm going to say one other thing. I can't speak for this board, but I will tell you this. In all the boards I've ever served on, committees, etc., I have never served with a finer group of individuals. They're conscientious. They do what they feel is in the best interest of the residents of the town of Oyster Bay. And for them to engage, meaning Department of Planning and Development in this type of situation, it's terrible.
We're not.
It's amateurish, it's illegal, and I'm not going to stand for it, not as a member of this board. If I have to bring my own action against it, I will do that.
We're not speaking on the character of the board or their decision-making ability. We're just opposing the application based on state law and the town code. That's it.
State law of what?
Town Law 276B, the 5 elements that the Zoning Board of Appeals makes decisions
It also
on.
says we're an autonomous body. They understand that?
Yes, that's why we're opposing the application.
You never know it by their actions.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. Next case.
Hearing number 16, Appeal 23-198, Roberto Westerban at 35 Buckram Road, Locust Valley.
Good evening.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Roberto Westerban, 42 13th Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I'm here on 35 Buckram Road to address, I believe, 4 different variances. So the first one is related to, I'll go down one by one, is related to, I believe, a front yard setback. The property itself is proposed to be on 35 Buckram Road, but it's currently on 35 Buckram Road, We're proposing for it to be on Locust Place. So that front yard setback, I believe, would then become a side yard, but just wanted to point out that the front of the house would be
I
on
don't know how that
Locust
works.
Place.
That house has the address of 35 Buckram Road. You're going to change the address?
Right, so the proposal is for us to have the front of the house be on Locust Place.
And did you notify the town that you were doing that when you submitted the application? Because it might change the zoning.
Yes, I believe that
house
the
is
architect.
surrounded by 3 streets.
Yes, I believe the architect, my architect did that when they submitted the application. So that's just the first one.
I'm going to let you do
Okay.
your whole thing, and
Okay.
I'm going to have my say.
Okay. The next one is related to the gross floor area. I believe it's listed as 4,800 square feet, but I believe that's because of the basement itself being a higher height than 8 feet, because the actual first and second floor of the property is 3,600 square feet that is being proposed, but the basement itself with the 8-foot height would bring it to 4,800 because it's a 1,200 square foot basement. So if needed, we would reduce the height of that basement if it's going to.
Is that how it kicks in, by the height?
Yes, that's correct. So anything over 6'9", I believe it is, any basement as of March 2nd on new code, the basements are now counted.
I understand that. I didn't realize it had to do with the height.
Anything submitted from March
Okay.
2nd on.
So this is a reconstruction. But you're going to use the foundation?
Correct.
It's a very old house.
Correct. So the engineer went in, did the analysis and said that we can do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Continue, please.
The next is related to a 4-foot high chain link fence. I understand that there's a max permitted height of 2.5 feet. We don't have an issue with removing the 4-foot high fence. The only thing is we have a 2-year-old and we're just concerned because it would be kind of a safety concern if we had to remove that fence, what we would do. So that's the only thing I would say to that. And I believe the other piece is related to a maximum height. I'm not, honestly, I'm not 100% sure on what that
Well,
is.
I have something to say about that, because that house is set up high anyway. That property slopes up. So to ask for a height variance in addition to that is not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm speaking only for myself. I don't know how everybody else feels about it. It's not going to happen.
Okay. Well, I believe it's a proposed height of 29.5 versus the max height of 28.
Mhm.
If it has to be 28, then so be it. That's.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about this, because you threw me when you said you were switching the house around to Locust Place. So I don't know how that's going to affect the zoning, and if I don't know, Ms. Cloninger, if the zoning department did the zoning based upon that.
Honestly, I don't know.
Because it changes.
The proposed driveway is on Locust Place?
Yeah, well, I don't even know if that house has a driveway at the moment.
There is a driveway that you
In
can
the
call
back?
that a driveway, but it's on where we're saying the front of the house would be, but you can't even park a car there right now. It's not even feasible to park a car on that.
Reserve an argument prior to the building department to see if they were aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I did see the chain link fence, and, you're almost allowed to build a 4,000 square foot house on this lot. That's a big house.
Right, we wouldn't even build
By
that,
code,
yeah.
you're asking for 4,846 square feet.
I think that's because of the basement, right? That's the height of the basement that's bringing it to that. It would be 3,600 square feet. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or concerns on this application? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I'm going to take the gentleman in the back first. I'm sorry?
This gentleman was going to view the plans.
Okay.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Mario Gallo, 49 Buckram Street, Locust Valley, next door to him. Nice to meet you. I approve all the variances, I think, for myself. The only thing I'm concerned about on the blueprints, which I just looked at quickly, was I didn't see, and I'm not sure of new construction, if it sets where they have to retain their water from gutters. I'm lower than him.
That is a building department issue.
Okay,
And we're all rely on the engineers in the building department to make sure that all groundwater is maintained on the property.
got it. That's
I
the only
can
thing I was
understand your
worried, one
concern.
of the only things, because
Yeah.
I didn't see that on the blueprints.
Because, yeah, you wouldn't.
Okay,
You wouldn't. They may make them put in dry wells, you know, the engineer will go out and look at it and make
Okay.
sure that that will happen.
and then the only other thing, and I'm not trying to go against you, but that, I was in the house, and the basement is not high. It's, I mean, it's like not a crawl space, but it's probably like
Oh,
6
it's
feet.
a very old house, but what they're proposing is to
It's
make it
huge.
higher.
Yeah.
And make the house higher, which, you know, it's already up high because the property's high.
Yeah, those details I'm okay with, and I think it's gonna look beautiful when it's done. I'm just more concerned about the water and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that is something that, you know, you should keep an eye on as construction goes
Yeah.
forward. And like I said, the building department, that is their responsibility to make sure that happens.
Okay,
Okay?
very good.
Thank
Thank you,
you for
board, very
coming
much
down.
for
Yep.
serving where you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Curcio? You're testing my vocal cords tonight, Mr. Curcio.
I'm testing people's patience apparently, too. Anthony Curcio, Deputy Town Attorney, representing Planning and Development. We have a letter of opposition on this application. We'd like to have it read into the record, please.
This letter is from the Town Attorney's Office to the Zoning Board of Appeals on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development. Relief requested variance to construct a 63.67-foot by 48-foot new dwelling on a partial existing and partial new foundation, having less average front yard setback, exceeding maximum height and gross floor area than permitted by ordinance. Variance to allow existing 4-foot-high chain link fence exceeding maximum height within 30 feet of an intersection than permitted by ordinance. Please be advised that this office is acting on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development in connection with the relief requested by the applicant from the Zoning Board of Appeals. As such, P&D opposes the relief requested from the ZBA in its entirety. As the board already knows, New York State town law provides that the ZBA, in making its determination, shall take into consideration the benefit to the applicant as weighed against the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community by granting the area variance requested. It is Planning and Development's position that the benefit to the applicant is significantly outweighed by the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community, and that granting the requested relief will result in the same. Further, this applicant has not met the criteria for the requested variance as set forth by New York State laws and the Town of Oyster Bay Code. In the event that the ZBA determines to grant the relief requested by the applicant, this will set a dangerous precedent. Kindly supplement the official record with this opposition letter. Thank you.
Thank you.
I expect the next letter to choose to abolish the zoning board of appeals completely. What do you need us for?
You done? Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. No, this is going to be put on reserve. This is, because I have a problem with this one, too. Yeah, because I don't even know how it was reviewed. Did they review it, turned around? I don't even know. This one.
Okay, holdover 1, Appeal 23-138, Hasak Chudhuri at 204 8th Street, Hicksville.
Did I not close the hearing? We're doing holdover 1 now.
No, we still have, is this gentleman next?
Yes, hold over
We're on holdover 1. Why is everyone confused?
Holdover 1.
Sure. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings? Sure, I do. Your name and address, please.
Ashok Chowdhury, 204 8th Street, Hicksville, NY 11801. Okay. I'm the Professor Chowdhury, and I'm the owner of the house, 204 8th Street. I just put a picture of this house, which was actually renovated in 2015 and 16, and we got all these variants for setbacks in September 2014, it was approved. And what you can see on the right-hand side of the building is that we have a living room there, and there is a small attic. I wish you had done it before when we were doing everything, but because of monetary condition, I couldn't do it. What we want to do is to raise the roof of that on the top of this living room and to make it a bedroom. That's our plan. We are not encroaching in the front or back on the side, just raising the height of the attic to make it a bedroom. That's our first application.
How many bedrooms does the house have at the moment?
Okay, we have 2 bedrooms in the second floor, and we have living room, dining room, kitchen, and there's a small room which I use as an office. It's not really a bedroom, small.
So it's
room.
only a two-bedroom house?
In the upstairs, yeah, 2 bedroom, yeah.
And how many bedrooms in total?
Or 2 bedroom, there's an extension we could use at a bedroom with us. We have a sofa couch there. We can extend it to make it a three bedroom.
On the top floor?
On the top
How
floor.
many bathrooms are on the top floor?
One.
One bathroom. And then on the main level, there's the kitchen. What else is on the main level?
Dining room, living room, and small office space.
And
Office
how many
room.
bathrooms are on that? level?
One bathroom.
Is there a basement?
Yes.
Is the basement finished?
Semi-finished, almost, yeah.
Is there a bathroom in the basement?
One bathroom, but not full bathroom, half bathroom.
Is it a three-piece bathroom, by which I mean a shower or a bathtub?
Just no shower, just basin and commode.
Half bath.
Half.
I'm sorry, does the basement have an entrance or exit? A door?
We have a call it Belco door, which is.
Belco door.
Yeah, so we got the approval, we took the permissions to do that. It was there, I didn't know that, so we have been approved for that door, yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. It's a single dwelling house, it's not 2 dwelling, one kitchen, yeah.
All right. I was out there, I saw the house. It's one of the larger houses in the neighborhood already. But
There are 1 or 2 couple of houses like that, and there are a lot of new houses are being built in this area, Hicksville area. It looks like a booming town now.
anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? No? Oh, Mr. Curcio, come on up.
Okay. Anthony Curcio, Deputy Town Attorney, representing Planning and Development. Here with a letter of objection we like to put into the record.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
I can't debate with you on the record.
What is?
You can ask us. You ask us the
What is
question.
his objection? I want to hear.
Well, we don't really know, but we're going to read this letter.
I would like to hear what's up.
Well, I'm going to read you the letter, sir. Sir,
I can't hear, understand if you're off mic.
you can stand at the podium.
Oh, what
and
I'm saying
gonna-
that I'm here since 7 o'clock. I'm seeing he's giving the boilerplate letter. As a gentleman was objecting to this, he's giving a general statement for everybody. So what is your objection? If I know that, I will think about it. I'll talk to my architecture. Or what is your objection?
The objection is that it doesn't meet the criteria of us, in their opinion, it does not meet the criteria of us granting you a variance. And I'm going to read the letter, and then you'll understand it, hopefully.
I heard it
Okay.
many times, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
variance to construct a second-story addition having less front yard setback than permitted by the ordinance. Variance to construct a second-story addition and second-story terrace with patio below having less side yard setback than permitted by the ordinance. Variance to construct a second-story addition, second-story terrace with patio below and allow existing covered patio having less aggregate side yards and exceeding maximum gross floor area than permitted by the ordinance. Also encroachment of eaves and gutters, variance to construct a second-story terrace with patio below and allow existing covered patio exceeding maximum building coverage than permitted by the ordinance. And an amendment to a specific plan, which is the variance that we granted you in 2014.
Yes.
Okay. Please be advised that this office is acting on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development in connection with the relief requested by the applicant from the Zoning Board of Appeals. As such, P&D opposes the relief requested from the ZBA in its entirety. As the board already knows, New York State law provides that the ZBA, in making its determination, shall take into consideration the benefit to the applicant as weighed against the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community by granting this area variance requested. It is Planning and Development's position that the benefit to the applicant is significantly outweighed by the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood or community, and that granting the requested relief will result in same. Further, this applicant has not met the criteria for the requested variance as set forth by New York State laws and the Town of Oyster Bay Code. In the event that the ZBA determines to grant relief requested by the applicant, this will set a dangerous precedent. Kindly supplement the official record with this opposition letter. Basically, simply, they feel that you're asking too much.
No, I understand if I have been encroaching on the front, we're just going up. Just, it's the 5 foot high, we can make it 10 foot, that's it. We're not making anything dangerous. There's already a gutter and everything, what is there. It's just going a little high up. I don't know how, in their mind, it's a detrimental to health and all these things for their sake, to the neighbors and everything. What is the, you can say anything you want, but thing is that how are you going to prove it, that it's detrimental to the health of the neighbors? It's already there, the gutter is there, everything is there, all this, everything is there. We're just going to raising the roof of the house.
All right, well, we will take it into consideration when we deliberate. If anybody else has any questions or concerns, I'm going to close the hearing. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.
Holdover 2, Appeal 23-90, Fazia Sakar at 96 Broadway, Bethpage.
Thank God it's only air conditioning units.
Yes. I have a disclosure affidavit because I didn't file this.
Okay, great, thank you.
This was a whole house reconstruction that had prior variances. I had the AC units on the opposite side of the house originally. Contractor installed them on the 5-foot, 6-foot setback side, so we have 2.6 feet where 3 feet is required. The homeowner wanted to shove them against the house and pass, but there's clearances required for the units to function correctly for the airflow, so they're supposed to be a certain amount of inches away from the house. So we're asking for about a little over 4 inches, 0.4 feet relief. And that's pretty much it.
Anybody wishing to be heard on these air
You're
conditioners?
only me, I'm surprised we don't have another letter.
I was expecting one from
Town attorney's office.
Well, it's clear, one of those projects was meant to have that letter, and the other ones are just ones to fight some kind of discrimination.
All right, we're not gonna debate that here, but thank you for your input. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
A decision.
Public
night.
hearing is closed, you can go home. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay, holdover number 3, Appeal 23-135, Barbara Maggido at 65 Sunset Road, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Missoni, representing Missoni Masonry, 182A East Shore Drive, Massapequa, New York, 11758. I'm here on behalf of client Barbara Maggido, 65 Sunset Road, Massapequa. This is a second visit because the girls in my office tried to put the pool at the sidewalk the last time I was
Oh,
here.
remember, that's the one yeah.
All the paperwork should be in. We're requesting a 5-foot setback on the side yard and a 5-foot setback on the rear
I
yard,
remember this, yep.
where the real setback is actually 10 foot.
Yep. Okay. It's right now. Anybody have any questions?
None.
Nobody's wishing to be heard. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. And thank you for being so patient and sitting back there all that time.
It's okay.
It was an interesting meeting.
I was actually very confused when my number got skipped. I was like, wait, but I didn't realize holdover. Yeah,
Oh, that's why you got up, okay.
I was hoping he would leave without a letter from me. That was,
When you saw him leave, you should have been happy.
I was very happy.
People are going to be clapping when he leaves from now on. That's what's going to happen.
Excuse me, you're on live stream? All right, thank you. Good night. Good night. Take a
Break, yeah.
Yes.
We take a break.
I think we need to take off.
Sue, we'd like to take our 10 minutes at Teddy's next door. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
That's what it's called now, right?
Teddy's, yeah.
Teddy's. That's the dog's name.
That's your dog's name?
The baby. He got
Oh,
out.
how's he doing?
He got out yesterday.
Oh, no.
The baby dog, Teddy got out. So I was at a meeting in the city with my office. And I get 2 phone calls in a row, and I look at my phone, and I actually, because I'm being a big shot, I say to my colleagues, what client thinks I need them? They're so much, an emergency, they're calling me twice in a row. And then I get a text, I have your dog Teddy. He was walking on our street. So I go, well, you only have 1 dog. Are the other 2 dogs, they're never separate. Where are the other 2 dogs? So he got out under the fence. The other 2 dogs are 60 pounds. They can't get out.
Yeah,
So they
exactly.
the neighbor told us later, they were barking for like an hour.
Aw, they was scared because he was gone.
They were looking for him.
But that's it, it's true with the little dog, because one time we watched my daughter's friend's dog. We've always had big, I've always Collie, Bernie's mountain dog now.
Right.
And her friend had this little dog, and my granddaughter's out in the yard with her, and all of a sudden, my granddaughter comes running in, and she said, Jax went under the fence. So it's me, so I'm running down the block to get this dog.
Get him, Grandma!
And I said, get your mother, get your, and I finally, luckily, one of the neighbors way down caught him, and I got him. But there's no leash on him now because he was in the fenced-in backyard.
Right.
So I'm holding him in my arms, and he's wiggling and getting out. And there, of course, comes my family, my son-in-law, my daughter, walking down the street like, there's a pregnancy here, he's gonna help me! But I know what you mean, they can get in a little
He
spot.
really squeezed. Now, we're going to put some chicken wire up.
So
That's a
did
good
they
idea.
keep
Yeah, that's-
him until you got home?
My husband, Sal was around the block.
Oh, thank
He was
God.
around
wow.
the corner, so I called him right away, and he went and got him, and I thanked the guy
Is the puppy doing
profusely.
better now?
He's better.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like he's doing
Some
great.
improvement.
He's leaving. We're on Candy Camera.
Oh, we are now again?
Yeah, it's these.
Well, that's good. I hope they heard what I had to
Oh,
say.
they heard. Loud and clear. Thank you. Walking slow.
Oh, gosh. Well, this is part of the deterioration of the United States of America, right before your very eyes.
That's a nice coat on you, by the way, Will.
Thank you.
It is. It's nice.
Hey, what's stupid? Well, maybe the Attorney General has to say the state of New York about these letters. You know, it's one thing, if you want to advise this dangerous situation, you know, fine, I appreciate it, I've never heard of it before. But that's okay, that's legitimate, but to have a blanket legally statement that doesn't say anything? Come on, what are you doing? You can't say anything, I can. Just a cheap shot for no. Somebody's got it wrong. It's not me. Weird. It's too bad. Why not just abolish the zoning board of appeals? You're not required to have it by statute. It's your option. I'm serious. I mean, that may sound facetious, but why play this game? We're gonna get a letter now every time there's an application before the board? It's ridiculous. If we requested it, I would have absolutely no problem with that. In fact, we didn't request it. It's a different story. Well,
Every
back to them.
Now they want it back. That's what they want. They want it.
So I said, well, I don't know, I didn't want to do this. I don't think I should want it. But I did it because they said they now wanted a common voice on the board. We were talking about something. And we were going to use it for practice. Right, we're all homeowners. That's how I know. For no other reason. Nobody's going to get rich when you want to.
They get a grant variance, that's what I was told.
Holly, I left them there. I don't know if you're interested in them, but
Thank you.
this one. This is the
Yeah.
one you went to look at.
Yeah, but so did you. You want-
Yes.
I have a video of it if you want. Well, I don't remember what the,
Shed, addition, rear yard. Yeah, this is big.
so then let's deny big.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
I mean,
that's
I'm
the
not,
second
can't vote on
edition.
it.
I know, that's the whole second edition.
Okay, Gail.
Yeah, B and C. Okay. Whenever everyone is ready, we can vote.
Ready to go.
Ready, ready.
Ready, ready. Recall number 1, appeal number 22-136. I didn't have a problem with this.
So that was fine.
You want to move it, Lo?
Okay.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 1, appeal number 23-200.
I have no problem with that, I'll move that.
Okay.
I'll second it.
I have to turn the page, hold on. I don't need this, I'm sorry. Hearing number 1, appeal number 23-200. Lois is going to move it, and Andrew's going to second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 23-208. Have any problem with this, Lo?
I'll second that.
Kathy and Lois, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 23-221. Terry Mitchell, I have to say that. The diving board, the filter shed.
I'll move it.
Andrew?
Second.
Rebecca, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 23-222.
That was
That's
minor,
fine.
this was insignificant.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on-
De minimis.
on-
Lois
I'll
and
second.
Lou,
Okay.
all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 23-206.
This is fine.
Okay. You want to move it?
I'll second.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6,
This is interesting.
appeal number 23-205.
Oh, this is that weird fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one that we're gonna condition the 45-degree angle on the South Zorin Drive side.
Okay.
I do feel that angling, that was a good
Yeah.
point, to angle that for the people across the street.
Yeah, because the lady who came in, I think she would get a line of sight that she wants
Yeah.
at that point.
Right, there's still,
Angle one section off the 45-degree angle on the South Zorin Drive side.
Now he's already angling the other side.
He's already,
And they're
he's already
already-
angling the other side.
the driveway side.
Yeah, the driveway side.
So it'll kind of look like this.
Right.
And then, but they are kicking it back 5 feet, so.
Yeah.
I do believe that, look, it's a terrible curve, but there's trucks, I think the cars parked in the street are more.
That's more of a
Yeah,
problem than
that
the
is more of a
fence,
Truly
problem.
it is.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew and Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 23-223.
Parent child.
Anybody have a problem with it?
Seemed okay. They had the IDs. The grandmother's not living there anymore.
I'm just gonna leave her on the DRC, because she said sometimes she comes back this way, just in case.
Yeah.
And I just gonna have to wait for the one license plate. As
Okay.
soon as he sends it in, I will release the decision.
All right, so I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Next one's postponed. Hearing number 9, appeal number 23-203. Second story
Okay,
addition.
this is the hard.
Oh, this is the fireman, yeah. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
We're going to fight over it.
Okay.
Lois, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 23-204.
Okay, this is the one that the two people came and spoke about
It's the
from
rats.
the neighborhood. I
Oh,
know,
the rats.
and I know that the rats are not in our purview.
They are not.
I understand that, but I am very sensitive to the input of the neighbors when it comes to things like this. Having said that, I did look at the property and I did look at the application, and on this particular one, it is a de minimis application. It is an appropriate use for the neighborhood. And it's really not going outside of the existing footprint with respect to the existing front yard setback. It's going to be in line with the current homes on the block. We all collectively had an opportunity to look at the elevations. It does not look in any way out of character with the neighborhood of Hicksville. So I'm comfortable with this unless anyone has anything.
No, I agree. I looked at it
Okay.
as well. I was out there today.
Okay, so I will move it.
Rebecca will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing,
Chickens were gone, right? I'm not gonna say.
They said, right, somebody said the chickens.
chickens are gone, the rats are still there.
She said the chickens are gone. I didn't think the chickens were at this particular property. I thought the chickens were
No,
at
a neighbor
a neighbor's
She said that
property.
they came up and said that they were gone. Okay, great. I'm gonna send code.
They couldn't get the rats, though.
I guess once they're there, they find other things.
Hearing number 11, appeal number 23-207. I also looked at this one, and I found that the carport to be, to me, it doesn't even look like it's going to stand for much longer, and it was not offered to us that it was going to be repaired in any way. Also, the shed is in a dilapidated condition. It is out of character with the neighborhood. It may very well be a safety issue, and based on that, I'm going to move to deny it.
So I would agree with you if you'll indulge me in just a minute or two.
Yes, I will.
We had something unique, as you all know, happen this evening, at least for me. I know I'm a newbie on the board, but we did have an attorney, a deputy town attorney, come in on behalf of the Department of Planning and Development to give us input on this hearing and several other hearings. My understanding is that's completely kosher, to use a legal term of art. It's that there's nothing wrong with the planning department giving us feedback, insight, intel about properties that are before us for decision. Having said that, we still have to decide each and every one of these on a case-by-case basis. And my struggle with their input this evening was that it was completely nonspecific with respect to the applications. So this one, for me, and I'll only speak to this application, but it's an easy layup because I thought the shed looked horrible. I mean, it really looks like it's a danger. The carport, as you said, Madam Chair, looks to be dilapidated as well. And we had the affected next-door neighbor come in and ask us to deny it. So to me, I'm prepared to deny this. I probably would have denied it even had we not had the letter from planning. Having said that, on some of the other ones, and we can talk about them individually as they come up, I think we might, at least from my perspective, might need to put them on reserve to take a second look so that we can figure out what it is that the planning department is objecting to, because there was no specificity. So on this one, I'm going to second the chairwoman's no vote.
Was that for both sheds? Also, there are two separate sheds. So I just wanted to bring that.
No, it would be, did we see the other shed?
It's just,
No,
it's
we
a
only saw
tiny
one
shed.
photo.
I just pulled out the plan. So the big shed that you have the picture of that you didn't like is back here, and there's this little shed over here. They are two separate sheds. One is a 10 by 12 big shed, C, and then there's a small 5 by 3 shed.
Without a photo of that shed, I would say we need to deny it in the entirety, because it seems like the home's
Is in
accessory
bad shape.
structures are in disrepair.
Agree.
So-
I second that.
Thank you, Mr. Monteleone. But going forward, as we go through these other hearings, with respect to the planning and development's input, I'll make a continuing application to put them on reserve, because I don't know what the issue was, and now I want to go see it for myself and see if I can suss it out. The other thing I just wanted to ask, and then I will step off my soapbox, is if our counsel, Mr. McKenzie, would be so kind as to just prepare an opinion for us that does state that as I think, that we are completely within our rights to consider planning and development's input and letters. Don, if you don't mind, that would be so helpful. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right.
And I just want to add to that, while it is something we haven't seen before, the letter from Planning and Development, the fact that they took the time to write the letter, and they didn't do it on every single case, which would have been more of a concern to me, but they did it on very specific cases, and I believe this one, along with at least one other one, had issues that I was gonna point to prior to the letter, that I feel like is appropriate to deny those applications. The fact that they pointed out a few others leads me to believe that there's something else to look at. So I am gonna make the same application that Mrs. Alessi is gonna do, and ask that they be put on reserve, because obviously if the town took the time to write the letter and to make it an issue, there must be something there. And the letter is not specific, but I think if we review it, there might or might not be something that we can point to, and if there isn't, then there isn't. But if there is, at least the fact that they had written the letter and took the time with specific applications here tonight, I think we owe it to them to at least put this on reserve to look for ourselves to see.
Absolutely.
I was voting against this before we had a letter from the town attorney's office, so it didn't motivate me one way or the other. What it did disturb me is the fact that that was not requested. In all my years, I'm gonna say it 100 times if I have to, I have never heard of anything like this. Now what I am gonna request on the record is a copy of those letters that were sent to us tonight, which I am then gonna submit to the Attorney General of the State of New York and seek a legal opinion as to whether or not it's inappropriate for them to be advising us as to what we should do. If it's a dangerous situation, I can understand that. But frankly, I am absolutely appalled by the fact that they're not recognizing the autonomy of the zoning board of appeals. I feel very strongly about that, I always have. And frankly, I think I will be bound by the decision of the New York State Attorney General. So until then, what can I say? I know my feelings, very clear.
So we are denying this application.
A, B, and C, is that correct?
Yes, and it's moved by me, myself and Rebecca.
You need to poll the board on that, or you okay?
Anybody,
I'm fine. I agree.
everybody's okay with that?
Yes.
To object?
Yep.
So Andrew, you're not moving it, Rebecca, you're moving.
I moved to deny it.
Okay, yes.
Hearing number 13, appeal number 23-210.
So this was one of the ones with those one of the
Yes,
letters,
this
right?
was a town letter.
Yes.
I will continue my request that we put this on reserve to go take a look at the property. please.
Well, it was offered by the, I believe it was offered by the applicant, or I asked, the removal of the deck is going to make a difference here in the GFA.
I'd have to get new plans, he'd have to give me new plans, and I'll get them.
But that's something that, if we'll put this on reserve, and that may be something that will happen.
So you want me to call him and ask him to possibly do that, or you want me to wait?
He's still going to
Wait.
need a setback variance.
Yeah, wait. There's going to be further discussion on all of these ones with the town letters.
Keep it on reserve.
Yep. Hearing number 14, appeal number 23-224. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did they
It's
agree
not
to move
contagious,
the-
though. It's allergies. This was the fence.
The pool? He wanted to move the pool, the neighbor.
Oh, right, yeah, no, this, I don't have a problem with this. That pool is,
It's quite a distance.
yeah.
There
And
was a
there is
condition on this
fence.
one, wasn't there?
No. I think this is fine.
Number 14.
Number 14, there wasn't a condition?
Mm-mm.
You're talking about pushing the fence back, maybe?
Yeah, there was a condition.
Angling the fence, yeah.
Yes, thanks, Lisa. He was gonna push that fence back one section on Miller Boulevard. So it wasn't going straight to the sidewalk, it was gonna be one section back.
Was it
whatever,
gonna be
8 feet back.
angled?
Nope, not angled, it was gonna be straight across Miller Boulevard. That's the one, Rita, that's the one you came over to me when we were
Right.
looking at the picture.
So
All
we
right,
are
so he's gonna push the, yeah, we'll
Oh,
grant it,
Yeah.
push the fence back, yep.
Except for fence to be
One section back,
moved back one section.
across the entire Miller Boulevard side. Miller.
Okay, got it.
You want to move it, Andrew?
Yes.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 23-201.
I'd like to ask that this be put on the reserve calendar so I can look at it.
Same with me.
Okay.
That's in reserve.
Yes.
Yep.
Inspection. Got it.
I don't know what you're going to inspect because it's a rear addition and we don't have permission to go in anybody's backyard. I went there. I couldn't go in the backyard. So,
I'd like to just go see the property because I didn't
Okay.
look at it.
no problem. That's on reserve. Hearing number 16, appeal number 23-198. I thought that this was a pretty heavy lift here. And then I find out they're not even facing Buckram Road anymore. They're facing,
You wanted to put this on reserve, didn't you, Rita? Just check about.
I did.
building
We have
department?
to
I
check
did,
that.
and this applicant also agreed to the height, to reducing the height, and he also agreed to reducing the height of the basement ceiling so that the basement wouldn't count in the GFA, which is very high.
Yes.
Right.
So we'll put it on reserve, and we'll see what transpires.
Okay. Should I ask him to make some of those changes, or consider making some of those changes?
Yes.
Should I call the applicant?
Yes. This one,
I feel a little differently.
holdover number 1, appeal number 23-138. I inspected this as well as Mrs. Alessia. I feel that this house is big enough. It is one of the biggest houses in the neighborhood, if not the biggest house. It has been granted prior variances for a 2-story addition with a balcony, 1-story addition with a bay window. I mean, it's to me, it's at its max. And I don't think that any more variances are warranted here, so I'm going to move to deny this.
I will second that motion. This reminds me of when your kid comes down and asks for 5 more minutes, and then that's over, and then he asks for another 5 more minutes. He already got his 5 minutes. No more, no more variances.
All right,
No-
so
no
is
waiver.
everybody in, do I need to poll the board?
You can.
Okay.
Everybody in agreement?
Agreed.
We're going to deny this.
Denied.
I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 2, appeal number 23-90, air conditioning units. I'll move it. There's no problem with that.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 3, appeal number 23-135.
I'm fine with that.
I'll second it.
Okay, that's going to be Lois and Andrew. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Extension of time worksheet. Angelo Grisenzio.
Yeah, I mean, I just think in general, we should always give extensions of time for these to year, particularly with the problems getting materials nowadays.
They should have got them during COVID like everybody else did.
Yeah,
Okay, so you want to move it, Lo?
sure.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Reserve decision calendar. Ah, this is where you get us.
Rita, you want to inspect this?
Yeah.
Those letters
Um,
from the town.
Okay, so this is 27-167.
so let me just go back to my notes here.
Which one's this, 420?
So Kathy and Rebecca will not be voting on this one.
Right. Well, that's Locust Valley. All right, this,
Did we get the inspection that we were holding?
yeah, I went and looked at it.
Rita had one to inspect, yeah.
Oh, Rita went
Yeah,
to
Rita
inspect.
wanted to inspect.
I don't understand the reduction of parking in this, because I'm looking at a house that has 2 parking spaces. So I don't know why they're asking, they look legal to me. I'm sure they're gonna convert the garage, but still, there's 2 spots in the driveway.
Was there a sightline issue with the fence?
No,
No? Okay.
no. It's a very wide street, very big wide streets in this neighborhood. I know, I want to see the elevations.
because there's not a lot of expansion in this, on this block. I'm sure it is in the neighborhood, but I want to see what it's going to look like. Sorry, I hate to make you drag plans out at the end of the night. That's it. Andrew, this is what the corner looks like. Yeah, really huge. Yeah, it's so big. I know, right? Honestly.
Yep. Thank you.
They did this, the two-story portico. No. 8-foot rear yard. No problem with that.
The one we just said we're not going to do.
Yeah, it's 8. Let me just see the clock. So they're on 9th. So they're here. What is this 9? Oh, and a cellar entrance. And no 8-foot rear yard.
One of the ones that all the rage now, you've got the huge one.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I mean, really just one family.
This one came in,
Well,
it was
yeah,
rejected
yeah.
before the basements were
Yeah.
counted. So the number that you're looking at now, if it is in order, just
Yeah.
later, that.
The GFA. Yeah.
Everybody, you know, they have something on bedroom. You have to have an ensuite with a room there.
Yeah,
You know, they want a room to have their gym, because they don't go to the gym anymore. Or if it's cold, they want to have their equipment there, they, you know, it's just.
All right, so this is hearing number 17, appeal number 23-167. We put this on reserve. I went to look at it today. It's a beautiful neighborhood, modest homes, mostly all one-story. They're proposing a second-story addition, which is extremely large. It's going to leave them with an 8-foot rear yard. As mentioned, they are now counting in gross floor area basement space, which is not been counted in this application. It is out of character with the neighborhood. It will be when if they went ahead and built this. And I just feel that it's not to the benefit of the community to have this.
I agree.
Anybody else
I
have
agree
anything
with
to
you.
add?
I
Yeah.
don't have to deny it.
So as far as the fence goes, I don't have a problem with the fence.
So E is granted,
So E is okay.
and the shed,
The shed, it says front yard, that's because they have 2 front yards, so I don't have a problem with the shed either.
so A and E are both granted.
But the second floor addition, I think is way too much, and it's going to set a precedent in that neighborhood, which is, beautiful, modest homes. It is a beautiful neighborhood, but this is just going to be a bit much.
And D,
I'll deny it.
Denied,
Okay.
denied.
D,
So B, C, and D would
B,
deny.
C, and D are
Kathy, you can't vote on this one.
No, I know.
Okay. So I'll move it.
I'll second.
Go ahead.
Andrew will second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. So granted is going to be A and E, and denied is going to be B, C, and D.
very good, thank you.
Next.
The next two are brought back, but they had thought that there was a problem with the DEC. The DEC has been there to inspect. Our code enforcement agents have been there numerous times. The property, they inspected to make sure there were some what they had, the neighborhood thought they were cars. There were a couple of windows that was what they saw that were laying there. They were not cars, they were just windows.
And they weren't trying to bury them either,
No,
right?
they weren't trying to bury them. It was just, and what the owner of this property has said is that it's a vacant lot, and there are people that just come and just dump their stuff on his property. Yeah, because they just, at night, he said they just come in, and it's not me, I'm dumping on my own property, so he's chained it up so people can't get onto it and just dump their stuff there, and so.
All right, well, as long as those
You can
issues
say
have
whatever you
been,
want, but it is-
yeah.
The whole code part of it is done.
All right, I'm going to move to grant both of them because it's better than an empty lot, and it's West Nikolai Street, and I think it'll be advantageous to the neighborhood to have two homes there.
I'll second.
So that's going to be Rita and Kathy on both of them.
Yeah, 22406 and 22407.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved, and good night.
Names for the parent-child.
Lisa and Kathy.
Thank you.
Okay. See you next time.
Great, guys. Great job.
It's been great.
Tough night.
So next time,
I will be out. My baby's getting married.
Oh, that's so exciting, congratulations.
June 3rd.
Oh, wow.
June 3rd.
This weekend? No.
No, June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Yeah, but
That's my grandson's birthday.
oh, nice.
Charlie's birthday too, June 3rd.
I know, it's like such a, now it'll be Rita's favorite day.
Yeah.
That's Sue.
Get rid of me.
The 15th, I'm not here. I had already sent you these, but I'm just re-reminding you.
She's reiterating.
There's, this summer is gonna be a little spotty for me, but then I'll be back in the fall. Well, I'm going with my dad to Portugal, so that's good.
Nice. Just you and Dad?
And Charlie.
Oh, nice.
Not taking
3 generations.
That's what
I always wanted to go to Portugal.
Me too. They say it's
It's beautiful, yeah, the
wonderful
Azores.
place in the world to live.
what we've been hearing.
Yeah.
Sick.
Then I guess just in case it's on reserve, you go.
I buy something everywhere I go.
No, I think to live, to go.
Oh, don't live there. No, it's like, I'm Jewish, I buy something everywhere. That's part of my ethnic makeup.
Oh, then it's Oh, God, what a wonderful career, though, really. This is